Okay, good evening. It is May 21st, Sunday, May 21st. Okay, so I have several things to touch on this evening that I wanted to bring up. I haven't done a video for a few weeks, so let's touch on some things that are happening. I myself have talked about my whistleblower story and how I have been treated as a veteran and as a military whistleblower, and so I wanted to touch on this thing that just happened in New York, where the hotels apparently evicted a bunch of 20 veterans, homeless veterans, to bring in some migrants, because there's this Title 42 where all the migrants are coming across now. Okay, so that just happened. Okay, a few days ago, May 13th. Okay. So there's a bunch of hotels that are kicking out veterans to make way for illegal migrants. Okay? So I've talked about, before, I have talked about the level of suicide rates of the veterans, still 20 a day committing suicide. I've talked about the targeted individual program that is specifically targeting our military and our veterans, because if you take down the military and the veterans, you don't have anybody to protect the country. Okay, so they are specifically targeting the military and the veterans, and I have said this for 8 years now. I've been saying this. They've been targeting the military. I've been saying this. This is just more proof right here. Okay, so I have talked about. So then a couple of videos ago, I talked about this incident that I had. December 24th, I got somebody slide into me in a car accident. Okay, minor issue with the door. Okay. So I have had shoot, I didn't bring that. Okay, so I had initial estimate done where they were saying, okay, here's the value of the car, 10,000, okay, 300, whatever, okay. All right, this is from USAA, okay. All right. And then I'm on the phone with USAA. This has gone on for 5 months now. Okay, this happened December 24th. Okay. Then I get while I'm still getting estimates, I'm getting these phone calls where, I get these phone calls where they're trying to actually, they say, oh, we got information where they said your vehicle is totaled, and so we're supposed to tow your vehicle. So I got this voicemail. Oh, this is Sarah from USAA, saying from some Chicago number, 630, saying that they're supposed to pick up my vehicle. This is even before they paid anything out for any insurance or any kind of totaling of my vehicle or whatsoever. Okay? This is the voicemail I got. They're trying everything in their power to take my vehicle. This is a voicemail that I got. Okay? This is a voicemail. They are going. This is a 630 Chicago number, and they said, "This is Sarah from some kind of, this is Sarah with USAA. We have been told that we were supposed to pick up your vehicle, that it has been totaled." And I said, "Excuse me?" This was like a few months ago. I said, "I haven't made any decision on if I'm going to total the vehicle or if I'm going to have it repaired." Okay, I have been I did videos about USAA in the past about what happened to me in Texas, how I had towing with USAA, and how I had a couple flat tires for whatever reason in Texas, and the first time they let me sit for an hour and a half waiting for a towing, and the second time they didn't come at all. Okay, so this is how USAA is treating their veterans. So this is the treatment of the veterans right now under the Biden administration. Okay, so this is what we are dealing with under the Biden administration, of how we are being treated as veterans. We are not getting. I've been a member of USAA since 2007, and I can't even get my car fixed. It's been 5 months now. Okay, and the guy had USAA, and I have USAA, and I still have not gotten my car fixed. Okay. If this is not the most disgusting thing, and the treatment of veterans getting kicked out, this is the most disgusting thing of veterans, and the level of suicides in the veterans already is like 20 a day. Because the way we were treated under the Biden administration. No support, no anything whatsoever. You are disgusting. You are disgusting of the highest level. Okay, so I was offered like $10,000 or something by the USAA they said my vehicle. I have like several different claims adjusters talking to me, and they're trying to say that here's what we can offer you to total the vehicle, but then you have to turn it in, and then they're trying to say, and then now they're trying to say that they're going to only offer me $7,000 for the vehicle to total it, when I was just told that it was $10,000. Okay, so I'm getting two conflicting information all the time. I'm getting conflicting information. I get two or three different claims representatives that I'm dealing with USAA. Like they're trying to. I don't even have the same person I'm dealing with. Every time I'm dealing with a different person. This is USAA. This is supposed to be the people that are taking care of our veterans. Okay? I'm dealing with a different person all the time. Okay? First they try to say, "Oh yeah, but we're going to offer you this amount." Then I took it into and I said, "No, I don't believe my car is totaled at all." So then I took it into a Kia dealership in White Bear Lake, Minnesota, because this was just, I don't even know where they came, for these estimates and stuff. And because they tried to say that because they felt that my car was totaled because of the frame. They said when we opened the door, it had frame damage. Okay, so I have since had a couple different estimates since, and they said no, it's not frame, it's actually part of the door, and you can actually partition off that part. Okay, and so they tried to say it's over 10 grand, and that now this goes into where your car is totaled. Okay, so I have caught them in lies multiple times now. So I actually took my car, got a formal estimate from a Kia dealership where they had it estimated about 5 grand in loss, where it's about 65% in loss, and to be for a car to be totaled, it has to be 70% loss. Okay, so I have caught them in a complete lie, trying to total my vehicle for no reason. They're trying to say that my vehicle is totaled, and it's not. It's not. I mean, it's like 4 or 5 grand in damages. That's it. And this is from a dealership cost, 5 grand. And he said these are dealership prices. And so, normally they charge used parts for repairing the vehicles. So this is dealership prices that I'm giving you, and the rating that I'm getting on my computer is 65%. It has to be 70% to total the vehicle. Okay, so I am getting nothing but the runaround for 5 months now, and I still haven't got my vehicle repaired by USAA. I've been a member of USAA since 2007. I've been a member of USAA. And I've served my country for 15 years, and I can't get my car fixed. So, this is pretty disgusting. Then they tried to say, oh, since we totaled your vehicle, and I didn't even agree to any kind of totaling of my vehicle. I have not agreed to anything. I have not signed off on anything. I have not, I said I want to get another estimate. I want to get another opinion. Then they sent me this information. Then they sent me this document where I'm supposed to send my title in so they can, then they sent me this where I'm supposed to send my title in so they can make sure that it's a salvage title. And I said, are you kidding me? I said, I haven't agreed to anything. I haven't agreed to this car being totaled. I haven't agreed to anything. I want to get a second opinion. I don't agree that this car is totaled. I don't agree. They're sending me all this stuff. They're trying to tow my car. They're trying to force me to send my title to this place. And I still have not gotten my car fixed. And it's only like 4 grand in damage. And the guy had 10 grand in property damage, and I had insurance as well. And USAA still will not fix my car. Okay, it's been 5 months now. Over 5 months now. Okay? So this is how USAA is treating the veterans. Okay? So I'm exposing USAA tonight. I have my documents here. This is some of them, and then I have the estimate that I got from the company where I got the estimate was about 5 grand in damages. Okay, I do not know what USAA, and I mean this is just blatantly insurance fraud. Blatantly insurance fraud. Okay, so I mean I don't know how much more blatant you can be of abusing veterans and abusing your authority, I mean, you are disgusting. Disgusting. Okay, so then I've been having all kinds of problems with I have a house in South Dakota. I live in Minneapolis, but I have a house in South Dakota, and we are having all kinds of problems with the police in McPherson County, South Dakota. Okay, and the police in South Dakota, just in general, are very corrupt. Okay, and nobody's talked about this because it's been under the table for a long time. Okay, but there is a letter that has come out, and it came out several years ago. It's a Christian company called Rescue the Perishing. Okay, and it came out to the Sioux City, Iowa police and the Sioux Falls, South Dakota police. Okay, and it is talking about the police department and questioning this one training program, okay, called the Reed Technique of Investigative Interviewing, an advanced interrogation technique. Okay, it is apparently literally teaching police officers how to lie. Okay, he's sent in the letter. It's to the police. Okay, we find this training very offensive to the triune of the God we serve. The Reed Technique is apparently a leading interview and interrogation technique. It apparently recommends that when all other methods have failed, the investigation should accuse the subject of committing the crime and proceed with the interrogation as though the person was, in fact, considered to have involvement in the crime. They also teach interrogators how to intimidate people, like threatening to call social services if they don't cooperate, how the police generate false confessions. Okay, they say things like, we found your fingerprints in the bedroom. Okay, these are actual techniques that are trained, that the police are being trained in Sioux Falls, Iowa, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and other parts of South Dakota. Okay, and the guy is this is from a Christian narrative company, and he says this angers the God of creation and redemption, especially when employed by those in offices of authority, which he ordains. According to Romans 13, okay, let everyone be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except that which God establishes. Okay, the Reed Manual teaches law enforcement to carry out false evidence ploy because it is clearly the most persuasive interrogation technique within those areas of deception. The problem with lying police officers needs to be restored. These are historical Fifth Amendment violations. You just say, according to the Fifth Amendment, I respectfully decline. Thou shalt not bear false witness in the ninth commandment of the Bible, under the 10 Commandments. Lying lips are an abomination to the Lord, but those who deal truthfully are his delight. Proverbs 12:22. Okay, this was written by somebody named Paul Dorr, who was the executive director of the Cameron Arnold Judicial Reform Initiative, to the police officers in Sioux City, Iowa, and Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Okay? Because there's such abominations happening with the police departments there. Okay? And we are noticing it all the way up into McPherson County. It's happening throughout the entire state of South Dakota. Lying police officers. Okay? So, this is an actual letter that came out, a formal article that came out saying that police are actually being told and trained to lie. It's called the Reed program. Okay? So, just FYI, the police are actually being told and trained by the Reed Institute to actually basically use like techniques to intimidate you and lie and create false narratives. Okay, how do you think about that? Okay, would you trust a police officer that's trained in those techniques? Because most of them are in South Dakota, I'll tell you that. Okay, and this is what we are dealing with. Okay, so this is what I have found that I am dealing with in South Dakota, and amongst other things, and the fact that I served 15 years in the uniform myself in the military, and these police officers have absolutely zero respect for me at all, and zero respect for I can't believe the level of crimes that I'm finding out about in my county, in McPherson County, South Dakota. I cannot believe that there are so many crimes that have gone unsolved in our county, and they just blow them off. And so I am finding that there is a level of corruption here by the sheriffs and the state's attorney that has never been addressed properly. And we have informed Governor Christine Noem. She has been informed for several years about this, and she has done nothing about it as well. Okay, so she is aware of this as well. I have contacted her office multiple times about the multiple crimes in this county that have gone on. We have I have 9 sworn statements of felonies, and we have a murder that has gone unsolved, and we have 9 sworn statements that of crimes that have been done in that county by the same person named Rodney Hoffman. And there has been nothing done about this for 20 years now. 20 years. I've lived there since 2017, but it's gone on even prior to me. So it's gone on 20 years now. Okay? So just exposing this right now. I'm just exposing this whole ordeal that has gone on in this county for all of these years, all of these crimes, and all of these horrible abuses of power. Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you, you police officers that are abusing your power and completely violating, falsifying evidence, putting innocent people in jail. Shame on you, shame on you, shame on you. Okay? Because there are so many of you that it is unbelievable how many of you actually have done this. Okay? It is totally shameful. It is a constitutional violation. It is my Fourth Amendment right to be able to feel. It's all of our Fourth Amendment right to be able to feel safe and secure in our own homes. And if we don't have police officers actually protecting our security in our homes, then they are in violation of the Constitution. And in South Dakota, I definitely tell you that is most definitely happening. They are completely in violation of our constitutional rights. They are lying. They are putting innocent people in prison. They are actually trained to lie. And they are completely disgracing our rights, our constitutional rights as citizens in McPherson County in particular. Okay. Thank you.